How y'all doing? Yesterday I was talking about shifting the atmosphere, and yesterday I was checking up on my neighbor again, and he's still here. I was talking to his wife, and she was still a little down, rightly so. And I told her, "Listen, I'm going to tell you the same thing that I told you yesterday, and I'm going to continue to keep telling you the same thing that I'm saying because when I was younger, my grandfather said something to me, and he said that repetition reveals revelation. You see, it is so important what you keep reciting to yourself. And when we talk about shifting the atmosphere, we think that's just a one-time thing. You have a bad day, you want it to shift right then. The shift has to be a lifestyle. This has to be something that is deeply rooted in you. I talked to my neighbor a few minutes ago, actually, and she was just saying, "Thank you so much for the kind words. I thank you for checking up on us." And I said, "No, you don't have to thank me. That's the God in me because God placed something on my heart. And the problem in this world is we are so focused on what everybody else is going to think about us. We are so worried about what everybody else is going to think. I often talk about these videos that I do. And there was a point in time that I was just like, is it worth it? Like, what am I gaining out of these videos? And every time I get to that point, I remember that somebody out there needs a positive word in a messed up world. Sometimes you just want to break away from all the nonsense. You want to break away from all the rumors. You want to your soul gets tired of that and you just want some positivity. So when I come on here and I make these videos, sometimes I'm speaking to myself. Sometimes I am speaking life into myself. And I use myself as an example a lot of the times because so many people can relate. I am just like everyone else out there, maybe a little different because of how my faith is stacked up. You see, my faith has me to be in situations, and even if it's not the outcome that I want, I know that there's a lesson in it. The way that my faith stacks up is that I don't just focus on the problem. I focus on who has the solution for the problem. And a lot of times when you find yourself in these situations, the first thing that you do is you run to a source that has no power. Y'all check out my book, but you run to that, right? And a lot of times you run to a person that's going to make you feel comfortable. You run to someone that's not going to force you to really look at yourself. This is how we want things to happen. We want, man, my relationship is going wrong because they're doing X, Y, and Z, and man, they just don't understand. So you run to a person to whom is going to speak to how you feel. Hey man, sit. Then this person's gonna be like, yeah, you don't need to be with him no more, girl. Or, hey bro, you don't need to be with her no more. All the while, they want to take your place. They want to take your place, but they're telling you all of this stuff. And for some odd reason, you feel like, okay, yeah, no, because you shy away from the person that's going to say, it's you. Get yourself together. Don't be blaming everybody else. Every job that you go to, it ain't just, man, they don't ever like me. It's you. Every situation that you find yourself in, if you are always, man, they don't like me, man, they treat me, it's you. But you don't want to go to the source that's going to tell you the real. I'm the type of person, if you come to me, I'm going to give you two options. Do you want me to just be your sounding board or do you really want my opinion? And if you want my opinion, don't get mad at what I'm telling you. Because it might not be pretty, but there's going to be value in it. You see, I thank God for everything that I've went through because now I'm able to pour out. Watching my neighbor and her husband going through what he's going through, I'm able to pour out because of my life situations. When my grandfather passed, my grandmother looked me in the face and said, am I going to be okay? Now, this lady has lived a life of faith her whole life, but in some moments, you just need reassurance. So everything that I poured into her was things that I had on repeat in my life. Every time I talk, I'm talking about faith. Every time I talk, I'm talking about, the higher source, which is God. Every time that I talk. So repetition breeds revelation. So when God shows up and shows out, I'm not shocked. It's what I expect. When the nurse told her that he was going to be gone that same day, and I came up, I said, hey, that's what she's saying. Now, we don't know, but that's what she's saying. She's not God. Her son was able to travel to come see his father because he's still here. And even if he goes on and transitions, the people that she wanted to be able to see him have came. And I told her, you have to find the blessing in every little thing. Somebody out there right now feels like everybody in their life has left them. So they feel alone. They feel like, man, I don't have no. But the moment that you feel that you don't have nobody and nobody's around, you hear God more clearly. So those moments of isolation are times that God separates you so you can hear him. Paradise and pain, they go together. You can't have paradise without having some pain because you wouldn't understand and appreciate paradise. So in life, you got to go through some stuff to appreciate to appreciate greater. And if your atmosphere can shift your faith, it has nothing to do with the atmosphere. It has everything to do with your faith. So I hope this video has blessed somebody out there. I hope y'all have a blessed Friday. And just remember, repetition reveals revelation. What are you constantly telling yourself? What is your belief system? And when you find what that is, because mine is God, my foundation is God. And I repeat that all over. Every single day, I repeat it and God reveals. So whenever I'm in a situation, I have surgery in July. It's not, I hope everything's going to be in that hospital knowing that it's going to be all right, because that's just how my faith is set up. Atmosphere should not dictate your faith. You could be sitting right now, the first is coming up and all the bills is coming through and you like, oh my goodness, man, they raising the price on this, man, they raising the price on that. That should not determine your faith in your power source, because that never changes. I don't care what life throws at you. If you're plugged in, then you know who has the power. And a lot of times when it feels like you don't have that power, it's because of the choices that you have made. There's no way that you should be planning a vacation if you know you're behind in your rent. Then you get the notice, now you're trying to pray. And then when they like, hey, listen, you about to be evicted, all of a sudden God ain't real. No, that's decisions that you made. But there is no way that an atmosphere should change your faith. Y'all have a blessed Friday.